G'day everyone, Paul Stoner here, CEO Biggin Scott, and I'm joined by Russell Cambridge, one of the directors of the Richmond office and sales office of the month for April. Congratulations.
Thanks for the nice surprise. Didn't expect it.
Well, a lot of interruptions, but what I wanted to talk to you today about was culture, how important it is, but how you manage it internally. Then what I mean by that is, when you want to grow the team, what sort of discussions do you guys have about who's going to be right? Can we put someone in there? Are they going to disrupt our dynamic? Because it's a pretty dynamic office. You think about it, you all have a lot of fun, and it's inappropriate sometimes. But
thanks for that. The common denominator that I stress to the guys when they go out in the public, I want them to be the most approachable and the friendliest team out there.
Yep.
When someone asks for a phone call back, they get the phone call back. Nothing's too much trouble, but it's always got to be done with a smile and a friendly attitude. And that's something we've really pushed over the years to the guys. And the catchphrase is, you've got to be the friendliest team out there. And I think they pull it off very well.
Yeah. So how can they be friendly and then achieve what you guys are achieving?
Well, you can be friendly and dynamic, Paul. Look, they're also ambitious as well. So behind the scenes, they may be the friendliest out there, but they're all driven to get the most listings and make the most sales, and they pull it off very, very well. You can't be successful in real estate without having drive and a brilliant personality.
Absolutely.
As we have, Paul.
And but it's that, I remember when I got into real estate, it was like there's this inherent want to help people. And then you're either good at it or you're no good at it, and you can either connect with people or you can't. And we're usually pretty good at picking that when we interview people, but sometimes we get it wrong.
Correct. Look, what you've got to remember in real estate is we all know it can be immensely rewarding financially. But that reward financially doesn't come if you don't have that initial, not drive so much, but that desire to do well in this industry. You focus on being good at the job first, the rewards come later. You can't do it the other way around. And the other thing I say to the guys within our culture is that no one is to try and break the rules or do anything slightly underhanded. If you need to do something dodgy to get a deal, you ain't doing enough deals. And we're lucky in our marketplace, every property has a buyer for it. You don't need to beg or push to get a deal done. The deals will happen.
Yeah.
So we continue to do it in a friendly...
It's interesting, isn't it? So
Yeah.
there's no rewards for laziness. There's no rewards for being late. There's no rewards for being bad at what you do. The rewards come when you do the best that you possibly can. Not
best
just
for the client, best for the business, best for yourselves.
Yeah.
It all comes together. The right attitude to get the right results.
Yeah. Marketing, I touched on it in the last interview, but marketing, you guys got 50 pages in this week's magazine. 55 pages in this week's magazine. A lot of double page spreads. It's just a given that Richmond are going to sell marketing.
Yep.
How do you entrench that in the new people?
Look, I must say, it's great when you have the runs on the board to say, well, this is what our previous customers have done, this is what you've got to do. Now, it's easy for us to do, but I think some of the other offices would benefit from saying, this is what Richmond does, you follow suit and we'll have the same sort of results that they get. Look, I'd like to praise the guys behind the design here in Aussie Print. Done a great job putting this magazine together, and our guys love it. They really love it, and the public have received it very well. It's just an outstanding improvement. We had a great magazine. It got better.
Yeah,
it really has.
But look, I think across the board the group's gotten better with our training that we've been doing for the last 18 months with Josh. There's everyone's understanding now, if it's going to be, it's up to them.
Correct.
So just be better.
Something must be right, because they've all got behind this. Everyone's got plenty of pages in there. Yes, we got 55, but they've all done very well, haven't they?
Yeah. So 140,
praise to them all.
42, 45 pages, whatever it may be. It's compared to same time last year, it was probably 30-odd pages.
Well, and then the other thing that we made a bit of a group decision within our office, we're actually not calling them pages, we're calling it a spread, which is the 2 pages, and then it's a half spread. And we're not allowing anyone to have a quarter spread. So the quarter pages are out as far as I'm concerned. The minimum entry is the half spread, which is 1 page really, but most of the houses are going for the double spread. We're not having any trouble selling it.
So what would be your advice to anybody that believes a certain component of our marketing mix, whether it's magazine, internet, whatever it may be, doesn't work?
Well, they're wrong. It does work. The magazine works because it's not necessarily going to get us a new inquiry, but it's such a good tool for the salespeople to open a magazine, direct them to another property from another open for inspection. The guys do that all the time. Secondly, the internet. Well, everyone knows the internet's great, but in our demographic, we get a lot of buyers from Yarra, where we are, Burundara, and Stonington, investors. It's a form guide. They open up the Age, there's a list of all the properties in front of them. They don't have to search through the internet. Everything's in front of them. The newspaper print still works in our demographic, and we still can't put our finger on it, but if we have a property advertised in the Age and online, we get more people at the open for inspection.
No secrets. There's no secrets.
No, and the abode, as I said, if people are missing the where they should be going, you open up the magazine, find a property you want them to go to. It's all there in front of them. It's a great form guide as well.
Fantastic. Now, going forward, you've got 52 auctions for May that we're in now.
Yes.
Which you're looking...
10 already, 11 already down. We sold 10. I think he's 51, Paul, and I'm bloody excited. This was why April was such a surprise, because we've been concentrating on building up for this super month of May. And moving forward, I think past May, we've already got 22 lined up post-May. So bloody exciting times at Richmond.
Now, what I wanted to touch on, you can't list 51 properties if you're going back 2 or 3 times doing the appraisal and the full-on presentation. So walk me through really quickly what a listing presentation would look like for you right now. Okay, well,
I usually go with one of the girls. We work in boy-girl teams. We take along, copy the Age, take along an iPad and the magazine. We have it all with us. We have an advertising schedule that is the one with everything in it. And we just sit down and as we're asking the questions and going through, are you happy with the pricing? Are you happy with the commission? What marketing did you fancy? Which marketing didn't you fancy? Here's a list of everything on it. Take out what you don't want. Usually, and I must say my situation, where I take most of the calls are referrals to myself, I've already had a bit of a leg up. I do try and get the business on the spot. I don't wait for another presentation or go back with a submission unless there's obvious reasons. They haven't, the auction that they were going to bid on hasn't happened yet, or something hasn't occurred. But if they're in a position to make a decision, we'll get that decision pretty much on the spot.
Is there a percentage of the people that are actually expecting you to come back with a second stage presentation, or they already know that you're in that mix?
I reckon it's probably 50-50. I think most of the time we pretty much get an understanding, if not an authority, that we've got the business by the end of the first meeting. Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, there is a difference between call-in and referral business, or that you've sold to somebody another property and they're ready to go on the trade-in. But generally speaking, those main 3 there, excluding the call-in, they're usually ready to go. And if you've got the right name or some sort of connection to them, you're going to get it on the spot. No harm in asking the question.
No, God no.
And do you know what? No one's ever offended if you ask them for the business.
Well, that's why you're there.
Correct.
They're going to sell.
Correct.
You know, putting the microscope on, or trying to look forward a couple of weeks, months, if you like. What are your expectations at this stage?
I want to see my best ever month for March. I'm looking forward to seeing our figures at the end. It will be a record month for May. It will be a record month in May if we sell all the properties. It'll come close, and I can see no reason why we wouldn't. And look, already having 22 moving beyond May It's fantastic. I don't think there's going to be a let up in the market, and the amount of inquiries. We've got a property in Cutter Street at the moment. We've got one in Verdon Avenue here in Toorak, and there was another property, Johnson Street in Richmond. The amount of inquiries we're getting for those at the moment is phenomenal. I cannot believe how many buyers there are still out there in the marketplace. Well, actually, I can. It's great.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Keeps on rolling.
So, dynamic market, dynamic team. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And I know there's a few still trying to pip you, but the pressure is on.
I wasn't prepared to come and have this video today. I was surprised that we won April, but I will be here in May, I'm sure.
Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers, everyone.